welcome back to the Bored Hoovian YouTube channel, and there we are, Flux is over, Series 13 is over, and suddenly now we're going to have to wait a bloody long time for the next series, which we know, but I'm just going to have to go through it, aren't I? I don't know. But to give my first thoughts, I don't know if I'm underwhelmed or happy. I did like the episode. I thought Jodie was... One thing I will say, Jodie was phenomenal in it. I thought Jodie was brilliant in this episode. Like, I loved the interrogation scene with her and the Grand Serpent. I thought that was phenomenal. The scene with her and Yaz at the end was brilliant. She really, this season, has really come into her own. And she's been great, and I'm going to miss her. I loved the tease that, you know, she's going to die soon, you know, regenerate soon. As time itself talks to her and hints at her, you know, own demise and hints at it being the Master, which we kind of know is going to be the Master. And then she goes, "What Master?" I'm like, oh, for Doctor, I'll bleep that. We know which Master you're talking about. You know, we know which Master you're talking about. But, yeah. To go into the episode, so you have Sontaran. Wait, how did every cliffhanger get resolved? The Sontarans with Carvanista and Bell. Yeah, we just kind of cut away from them for 5 seconds, and they've just shot them all down. Bit dodgy resolution there. The actual main cliffhanger, which is Swarm going to the Doctor. The Doctor just kind of runs away, and then you've got... And Swarm isn't too eager at killing the Doctor throughout the entire story. They're just eager and kind of just letting the Doctor be, and look at everything being destroyed. And then you've got the other one, which is Yaz, which the only one, Yaz, Dan and Williamson is the only one which actually has a decent resolution. I really like Joseph Williamson's part in the story, and I did like his character and his brief part and the importance that he played. I did like that, and then eventually when they realise he's, you know, useless, they come up with a really good reason to get him out of the plot, which the Doctor going, look, you're too important for history, you need to go back to your own time. Kate Stewart doesn't play too big a role. My opinion on Kate Stewart being in these two episodes, I think it's mainly because we need some reason for the Grand Serpent to have more importance in this story, and at the same time, I think they used Kate Stewart to kind of plant her in as, yep, she's now back, she's met the Doctor, so we don't need that kind of scene and interaction yet. Unit will definitely be back in the specials, not in the New Year's. I don't think they'll be back in the New Year's. I'm assuming they'll be back for the centenary. As that's what most of the rumours and the, you know, set reports say. But yeah, Kate was fine in it. Claire was back, and she came back for a very good reason. I thought Jericho was really good in it and had a great, valiant death. I'm not doing what I usually do here, which is, you know, running through the plot in chronological order, because I just don't think this suits it. And I'm probably going to... Look, at the end of the day, I'm still early in my YouTube game. I will change the way I review all the time and figure out what's the best way of discussing the episode. And just going through characters, Jericho I thought was very good in this again. What things didn't I like? Okay, so let's just go through what I did like. Jodie's performance, brilliant. Actually, most performances were really good from everyone in this story. Well, class, absolute class. When I say class, I do not mean class the series. I mean this was impeccable. This was really good at performances all round. Diane, you know, is suddenly just like an expert with stuff, and I'm just like, that's kind of a bit odd. Belle and Vinder's reunion. The one thing I really liked is the way you had the parallel. Belle and Vinder's reunion happened at the same time as Dan and Diane's reunion, and then you've got two which have been searching for each other the entire time and are established couple, and he finds out that he has a kid, and I thought his reaction was a bit underwhelming to finding out that he's got a kid. He's gonna have a kid, you know, but it's fine. And then you've got Dan and Diane instantly just pushes away going, "You were late." And the thing is, he wasn't late, he was captured by an alien dog, like... And then at the end, she's kind of giving him the cold shoulder, which leads to him joining the Doctor, which is really nice. Which is ironically one of the first scenes we saw being filmed in the middle of Liverpool, and it was from the finale. But yeah, and one of the final scenes of the finale at that. Carvanista, obviously all the Lupari are dead. He's the last of the Lupari. Really sad for him. And he explains that obviously he knew the Doctor, and it's heavily implied that he was a companion of the Doctor's, and, you know, would have done anything for her. And now kind of can't talk about it, because if they do, they will have an implant, you know, and kill them. that was really interesting to hear. As suspected, the Dalek and Cybermen play no real role in this. The way the Sontarans defeat them, though, is very good. It's very, Sontaran. However, what's very not Dalek or Cyberman is accepting that. However, I guess you could say the actual situation of the Flux would lead to this kind of vulnerability where the Daleks and Cybermen would potentially accept an alliance. And I guess you could also... In Series 5, they did an alliance as well, so it can be done. But, I always think when Daleks, or maybe even Cybermen join an alliance, I think back to, like, Doomsday, when the Cybermen offer it to the Daleks, and Daleks just go, no, we're just going to kill you, which I really liked. But, yeah, all the characters were good. The plot threads, so the Williamson Tunnels is dealt with very quickly, because there's no real... its purpose is to get them back to the present day, Dan and Yaz. And one thing I will mention, the Doctor getting split up into 3 different people. I already know some people are going to say this might be stealing a little bit from Stolen Earth, in that there's 2 Doctors at the same time, and they're going to help save each other. If you've listened to it, okay, this is a really niche reference. It reminded me a bit of Care Droyer. Now, if you don't know what Care Droyer is, it's an 8th Doctor audio while they're in the Divergent universe, which is, I believe, came out just before the series came back, or just around the time the series came back. So it would have came out in like 2005, 2006 probably. But in this one, basically, the 8th Doctor, because they end up at some weird place, the Doctor gets split into 3 versions of himself, and they're all different aspects of his personality. This isn't what it was here. But, it was very similar. And my mind went straight to Care Droyer. And it's a really fun audio. Do check the 8th Doctor ones out. It's really good. But, back on this episode. Sontarans. I really like the Sontarans in this series. I think they're the best design we've had. They are... A lot of people said they're the best personification of the Sontarans. They are the most Sontarans to Sontaran in the show so far. They just feel like they're characterised perfectly. And they're good, and they've justified the reasoning for bringing them back for the finale, for sure. The way they resolve the Flux, the Doctor and everyone, I think is very good, because, it gives... Carvanista wants to get revenge on Sontarans, and they take charge of the Lupari ships, change the formation, and kill the Sontarans with the Flux, and then use Passenger to take hold, which is really smart. As, Swarm and Azure aren't worried about that Passenger, they're worried about the Flux. And the thing is, they're not really paying attention, they're just kind of having their fun. And then they go to Atropos, and then find Time, which personifies itself as Swarm for a second, and tells them they failed. I'm rushing through aspects of the plot. The Grand Serpent doesn't really do much in this. He interrogates the Doctor, then gets trapped, then tries to find Kate Stewart, finds Kate Stewart, gets trapped. That's it. But the issue with the finale is you have to ask yourself 2 questions. Did I like the episode? Did I like the series? Did it wrap up the series? Or was it good as an individual episode? And I think it's impossible to view a finale in the light of an individual episode, really. Because, when I look back at things like the one big one is Stolen Earth Journey's End. It's one of the biggest moments in the show's history. Almost everyone was watching it when it happened in the country. And with that series finale, wrapped up things throughout the series, like Donna's whole arc of realizing her self-worth, and then it all getting destroyed, and then you've got Rose coming back and everything, and it's not a series finale. It's like an arc finale of spanning through 3 or 4 years. And with this one, does it wrap up the Flux? I mean, it wraps up the Flux itself. Well. Swarm and Azure, does it wrap them up? Well, yes, it kills them. And also you feel like you understand what their whole purpose in this story was. The Doctor's arc in this series, it came to a conclusion which I predicted last week. It's come to the right conclusion. Or I think I predicted it. What? No, I did predict it last week. She's come to the right conclusion, which is, I shouldn't know this. It was different to what I said. I said the Doctor should realise that being herself is more important than knowing her past. And instead, I think she's scared of her memories. But that's still a good resolution to it. And The Doctor doesn't need to know them, and I do like that. The Doctor kind of just chucks it at the bottom of the TARDIS, the fob watch, and goes, "Look, I don't want to know these memories. Don't hide it somewhere. I'll never find it. But tell me where it is if I really want to find them." But I don't think the Doctor will ever be tempted. I mean, you just kind of put a little teaser into something into the TARDIS for any future showrunner to just pop out and go, "Oh look, what's the Doctor's past?" But yeah, I'm looking at this, and at the moment it's looking to be the shortest review I've ever done out of the series, which is weird because it's the joint longest episode. But I'm trying to think what aspects of the plot I haven't talked about. But I mean, the Diane stuck in passenger stuff did annoy me. The one thing which kind of annoyed me, like the whole Sontarans occupying corner shops, I was like, this isn't funny. This is like, what the hell? And the Sontaran agreed to like taking in Jericho and Claire for the sake of chocolate, which is just dumb. Using Claire is smart and bringing her back is smart. And one thing I will say is, at the end when Claire and Kate are together, I'm thinking they're gonna restart UNIT and she's gonna be part of UNIT. That was my instant thought. My instant thought was, yeah, she's gonna join UNIT. And yeah, I can't wait to see UNIT come back. I'm assuming in the centenary. I think Claire will be back. Kate definitely will be back. I don't know if Osgood will be in it. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah. I don't know. Do I like Flux? I've got to admit, after last week's and this week's, I mean, you heard me after Village of the Angels saying this might be one of my favourite Doctor Who series. The last episode 5 really went go, and episode 6 made me go, because it's carrying so many different plots, and I think it's carried too many. And if I'm honest, it's really dropped down in my estimation since episode 4. Do I think it's a good series? Yes. It is a good series of Doctor Who. Do I think it's an amazing series of Doctor Who? No. I think it's on a similar level to... No, I was about to say Series 8, and I actually quite like Series 8. So maybe not. I mean, one thing I will say, it's better than Series 7 and Series 11 and Series 12. All of which are awful series if you watch them. I think they're awful. But, yeah, it's around Series 8, maybe a little bit worse than Series 8, kind of that level. Like, it's not bad, it's decent. I'll watch it. But, I don't know. I think it was decent. One thing I will say, Jodie was phenomenal in the series, and it's really annoying to see her do this well towards the end of her run, and I'm wondering where this Doctor was the whole time. But the one weird thing is, there's only 3 episodes left of her run now. 3 episodes left in 10 months, across 10 months, I'm pretty sure, because it should be airing around October, the centenary special. But yeah, a lot of news is going to come out in the next month, I'm pretty sure. I mean, a lot of stuff is going to come out. Obviously, we've got the New Year's special. We had a little teaser, which I'll go into now. So we see Aisling B playing her role, I've got her name of her character, and another guy. And they were in the tease like text in the Radio Times, I think, for the New Year's special, but I haven't really covered that because it would just be a short video. But we see the Daleks, and we see a Dalek exterminate the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan at the end of the trailer. I'm like, what? And that is a great way of getting someone to watch it, like putting that in a trailer. Obviously, they're not going to die, but we're like, what the hell? That's a shot from the episode. We're not. Doctor Who is not Marvel. They would not CGI a whole shot and for it not to be used in the episode. But that, you know, it's the Daleks. It's New Year's Day. I'm watching it, and that is in how many weeks? Oh, it's a Saturday, so it's just under 4 weeks. So yeah, can't wait for that. That should be good. Yeah, I've liked the Flux. It's been a decent series. This is me kind of wrapping up. I was originally going to do a series review, like a few days after this, but due to my plans for Christmas, I won't be doing that. So if you're still watching this right now, I'm going to finish my review here. I'm just going to say a lot of stuff's coming next month. Not this month, rather. Be ready for it. So starting on the 11th of December, I'm going to be starting something which I'm calling the 14 Days of Doctor Who. So forget the 12 days of Christmas. I'm doing the 14 days of Doctor Who. I mean, for 14 days, I will be covering Doctor Who Christmas specials. There is only 13. Day 1 will be mainly setting up that, but you'll get to those videos eventually. I've already filmed the first two, day 1 and day 2. I'm probably going to film day 3 tonight. It's only 8:33 at the time of recording, so I can film that once I've finished editing this and released it. But yeah, so look forward to that. I've done up a new special edition intro for it, with, you know, Christmas themed, so I hope you like that. But yeah, I'm done here. Yeah, it's just a bit odd. Flux is over, and you know, I did say at the start of the series, it's so good to know that Doctor Who's on. You know, it's nice, you know, going, oh, Doctor Who's on Sunday, Doctor Who's on the week, Doctor Who's on, and it's not anymore, which is sad. But obviously, right now, it's not on for long. It's off air for long. It'll be on in 4 weeks. But after New Year's, we'll have 2 episodes, and you know, 10 months over those course of the episodes. I mean, April's not too far away, but after that, it'll feel like a trek to get to autumn. And I mean, it feels weird saying it, but I'll be in my 3rd year of university by the time Jodie leaves, and that'd be weird saying that. And God, I'll be in I heard have finished university by the time Russell starts. I assume, unless if, you know, he starts his series before the 60th anniversary, but we don't know that yet. But one thing I will leave on is I'm highly confident that within the span of the next month, we will find out who the next Doctor is. I'm fairly confident of that. I don't know whether they're going to go for before New Year's or after. You know, it depends on whether, you know, they're worried about it being leaked and they want to be the first to release it. But around now seems the right about time to release it. Obviously, let the series cool down. And maybe, I think what they should probably do is let the series cool down, let the New Year's special out. So I can imagine maybe mid-January we'll probably get an announcement of who the next Doctor is. But they're probably preparing all that now. And when that happens, I will obviously release a video, because that is the biggest news Doctor Who will get. So yeah, expect a video on that. And yeah, I'm just going to finish there. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, I have been the Bored Whovian. Please comment below what you thought of Flux, this episode, The Vanquishers, and the series as a whole. You know, are you sad that Jodie's leaving soon? What do you think of the upcoming specials? What do you think of the New Year's little teaser? What do you think of the little tease of the Doctor's End and the Master coming back, which is obviously what that teaser is about? And yeah. So, like the video, please. That would be really nice. Subscribe if you're new. Please, you know, if you want to watch more of this, please subscribe. Also, ding the bell for notifications if you want to know when I'm uploading. And check out my Instagram, which is at @the_Bored_Whovian. All my links to my Instagram the link for my Instagram should be just on my YouTube page, on the about of it. So yeah, that's it. I've been the Bored Whovian, and I'll see you around.